My name is Nick Shaw. I am 32 years old. I am the CEO of Renaissance Periodization, more commonly known as RP Strength. I live in Charlotte, North Carolina with my family, my wife and 2 kids. What got me started on the path to working in the fitness career probably goes back to high school and just loving the idea of training. I got introduced to weight training from my older brother. We had some weights in our basement. They were the plastic ones with sand in them, of course. And I have an older brother that's 4 years older than me, and he's bigger and stronger than me, of course. So I watch him training, and I want to train. I want to be like him or whatever. And that kind of was my first taste of it, and it was fun. Ironically, most people looking back when they see me now, they're like, "Oh, you played football too?" And I say, "No, actually, believe it or not, I was a runner." So I ran cross country, I ran track, and I wasn't very good. The summer between my freshman and sophomore year, we were told that we had to run 100 miles that summer. I was the only person that summer that actually hit the 100-mile total. And the first day of practice my sophomore year, I was up running with all the top guys from the previous year. And it was this brainstorm that went off and said, "Oh, well, if I work really hard and do what other people aren't going to do, I can be successful." And so I went to the University of Michigan. Sport management was my path of choice there. And that's actually where I met this fine gentleman, Dr. Mike Israetel. And we started chatting. He said, "Hey, you're a pretty good athlete. You should come out and join our powerlifting club." And I did. And I did my first powerlifting meet with really no serious training, maybe like a month before. And I was pretty much just hooked after that. Again, I just got back to that mindset where, hey, you know what? If I just really work hard and commit to it, I can do some pretty cool things. And you just keep working hard, you keep building upon what you have been doing. And if you keep that up over months and years, you're gonna have some cool results. My first job in the fitness industry was working as a personal trainer in New York City. It was great. You're a 21, 22-year-old right out of college, living in Manhattan, having fun. We all trained together, we all lived together. Got to train and work with just some of the brightest, smartest, most capable people in literally the entire world. So it's just really cool to interact with those people and just be able to help them a little bit in their journey. And that's what really got me started. The very beginning stages of RP, I guess, formed from running my own little private training company, just myself training folks around the city. And I quickly realized that my time wasn't very efficient if I'm having to travel downtown and then across town and all the way. And it wasn't super scalable, and it just wasn't the most efficient use of one person's time. And so Dr. Mike was working with a lot of clients online, and we were sort of referring folks back and forth a lot. We said, well, why don't we just join forces here? And that was this transition from doing everything in person to online coaching. And again, online coaching is a little bit more efficient, more scalable with one individual's time. So instead of 1 hour, you're only with one person, you might be able to write 3 or 4 diets in the course of 1 hour. And that was kind of this eye opener. And this goes back to probably about 2013 or 2014. So again, it was all online coaching for a couple of years. And 2014, it was, hey, we have to create products. And we came out with our first ebook in October of 2014. And again, let's just say we had 50 clients a piece. Well, the first week that we released this ebook, I think it sold like 1,000 copies. And again, that's just one of these revelations, I want to say that, oh, wow, okay, well, this is a lot more scalable. And so we saw that it was successful. And then from there, it was this realization that, well, now one product did well. How do we take this online coaching model? How do we package that and how do we scale it? And so, Mike had this idea, well, hey, I think I can do this via templates. I said, all right, great. February 2015 is when we released our first ever RP diet templates 1.0. Clunky, ugly Excel files. We didn't have these huge goals for we have to sell 1,000 of it. It wasn't anything like that. It was, let's create this product. We know it's going to work. The model and the system is proven. It was well received, but it wasn't until about 3 months after we released them, around the spring of 2015, people started posting their results online from using these Excel diet templates. And then again, with social media, now Instagram was starting to become a little bit more of a thing. Facebook was still really popular, of course. People started seeing this, they started inquiring like, well, what the heck did you do to get these awesome results? They saw that and they go, all right, well, I can buy these diet templates for $100 versus paying online coaching $500 or $600. It's like a no-brainer. It's like, well, let me try these. More and more people started to use them. And again, it was like a snowball effect. And then it really started to expand. And that was, again, another one of these, just big eye openers that was kind of now the clear path for RP to take. So one of the biggest regrets early on was, again, this mindset of, you're not quite big enough to where you can hire in a ton of help, even though that is the right course of action to take, because the more personal time you spend in the business, you can't spend it on growing the business. And so looking back, there was never a night where we went to bed before every single email was answered or replied to. But there's only so much and so long you can do that, where you're just working essentially around the clock. And so we started getting more help. And so our time was better spent doing other things to help grow the company. RP's general philosophy, my personal philosophy on customer service is it has to be a huge priority. Everything we do now in the social media age, you can't treat people badly. So if we are seeing negative feedback or anything like that, well, we're gonna handle it, and we're gonna try to do everything that we can to the best of our abilities to make it right. It's absolutely a huge priority for us. You can't overlook it. RP's biggest accomplishment to date is just the ability to help as many people as we've had. Because we were able to scale things and help create digital products, the vast number of people that we've been able to help has expanded into the tens of thousands, into the hundreds of thousands via the templates and now the app. So what's our best accomplishment? Well, I think of it only in one way, in terms of how can a person or company provide as much value to other people as they can. And we've been very successful in that, and that we've been able to help, probably a couple 100,000 people over the course of, 6, 7, 8 years. So that would be my number one by far. I think training and business go hand in hand. If you work really hard, you do XYZ, you get output ABC. Well, the same sort of applies in business. Typically, the harder you work, the better job that you do. Again, think about all the emails that we responded to over time. That's setting the foundation, and it's just this continual evolution over time. And you keep getting a little bit better each day, each week. And again, a year from now, it's completely night and day. You have to be able to accept and take criticism and feedback. There's literally no way around it, especially in the social media age. Take in all the feedback and sort of look at it objectively, detach, step back, don't get too emotional about it, which is really hard to do. There's always room for improvement. Why don't I just take it easy? So, that's a really good question. That just goes back to mindset. I'm addicted to the idea of self-improvement, whether that's training, whether that's reading and learning. There's no end in sight. There's not a finish line. Like the journey is the journey. The journey is the struggle. That's just what it is. Again, that goes back to my running days in high school. That goes back to being a bodybuilder, being a power lifter. That's just not in my nature. I don't want to be average. I don't want to settle. So why would I kick back and relax? It's just not in my DNA. Everyone always wants the one hack, the one secret, the one shortcut. The hack, the secret, the shortcut there is no secret or shortcut. There is no hack. It doesn't exist. What does exist is just the mindset that you want to continually get better over time. You want to keep pushing to get better. You want to keep working hard. You love the struggle. You embrace it. That is the secret. If people want the secret when it comes to getting leaner, to getting healthier, to getting faster, getting stronger, you name it, there is no secret. You have to work. You have to work really hard. And guess what? There's going to be days where it sucks. It's not going to be fun, but you just got to be disciplined and you just got to stick with it and you just got to keep going. Because we see that all the time with what we do, especially. People want that secret or shortcut to how do I lose 20 pounds and get leaner and get stronger? Well, get to work.